Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us. So as you said, I think there's lots of issuers, particularly on the continent, who are currently scratching their heads like the rest of us, trying to work out exactly what's going on with the ESEF framework. As you all know, this legislation was introduced some time ago with a implementation date for financial period starting on or after 1st of January 2020, which means that you could start to file your annual reports starting early in 2021. However, relatively recently, together with a host of other files or topics that the European Parliament and European Commission have been working on, there is a proposal to slow things down. That is something that has been agreed by the European Council and was proposed by the European Commission. In effect, as it says on the slide here, one little area in which there's the authorities are hoping they could reduce provider burden by giving people an extra year. However, that's not law. That is just a set of proposals, and it's not law until it goes in front of the European Parliament. If you go to the next slide, please, Andrea. The current situation as of right now is that legislation still hasn't been introduced into the Parliament. The expectation was that it would be there by now. There has been a number of debates about some other aspects of the package in which the ESEF mandate delay was put forward, and those topics have recently been discussed by the relevant parliamentary committee and then sent back to the Commission and the Council. We would expect that means that this legislation can be introduced very shortly, but we don't know that. And it is not safe to assume that the delay will happen. And of course, it's very important to emphasize that the proposed delay is to be decided on member state by member state basis, so an individual country basis across Europe. There's two things to take away from that. First of all, assuming that the legislation is introduced and passed, which seems very likely, then you need to wait for your own regulator to announce what's happening. It's not for each issuer to decide, but it's something that you'll have to wait to hear from your regulator about. As far as we understand it, every country will still permit voluntary filing, even where they decide to take up the option to delay ESEF by 12 months. It's very important to note that a number of countries have indicated informally that they will certainly not be providing that additional time, and they just think that this is not really going to help companies, but we're just waiting to see.